struggle with very intense joint pains? Do you have issues actually with the different joints on your body? And has it come to your attention that if this is not paid, attention to and quick help is sought, you just might be digging yourself a very, very deep ditch? Now today with Dr. Ismal, we would love to talk about arthritis, because those pains can possibly become something so big and life-endangering, and it's what the doctors know as arthritis. So doctor, what's arthritis?
That's a very interesting question, because one time I received a client, he came here and he was yelling, said the doctor told him he has got arthritis, and for him he thought it was either virus or bacteria, and they told him it doesn't cure, and he was so scared. I've got arthritis now. They told him it doesn't cure. He was equating it with HIV. But viewers never get scared by the word. So I told you that we are here to demystify some of these big, heavy medical terms.
And maybe we won't be so scared.
Yeah, they shouldn't scare you. Arthritis is a Latin word, means arthri is joint, tis is pain. It's a Greek word. Arthritis means joint, arthri means joint, tis means pain. So arthritis generally is joint pain. When you have any pain, any pain in the joints, we say you have arthritis. Actually, it's like translated. Arthritis, joint pains. Right. So you should not get scared that arthritis is a bacteria, it's not a virus, it is not anything else, but it is joint pains. And when you look at arthritis per se, of course, it can generate into several things. But first of all, I want to address one thing. What is the major cause of arthritis?
Yes.
Viewers, there is no microorganism which causes arthritis. It's not there.
No.
Actually, 90% of arthritis which is disturbing people is because of eating foods which are not compatible to your blood group and genotype. And actually, arthritis is what we call an autoimmune disorder. The body attacks itself. We are going to show you, if you look at that video, it shows you how the normal joints should move. And then as you go through, you'll find out when people start developing arthritis, what actually takes place. You will see, actually, what takes place is that's why arthritis is a disease mainly for people who have very high immune systems. And you remember among the diseases I mentioned for blood group O profile, arthritis is one of them. If your blood group O and you are not coming to time to know which foods to take, you may not jump away from arthritis. 90% of it is caused by food. Of course, the other causes like maybe overweight can cause joint pains in the joints and so on and so on. But the major thing is food. In two ways. One, the major way is people eat foods which are not compatible with their body system. Now, we saw in the previous teachings that whenever you eat foods which are not compatible to your body system, they have lectins. We saw lectins as being micronutrient protein compounds. Now, once lectins are not compatible to your body system, they are likely to agglutinate, gum your red blood cells. And when these red blood cells are gummed, for people, for one reason or another, mainly for blood group O's, the agglutinated blood cells, they get lodged in the joints. When they lodge in the joints, even these lectins from the wrong foods, they usually lodge into the joints. Blood group O be having a very strong immune system. The moment the immune system sees these clogged cells, because now they are different from the normal cells, and the lectins, the white blood cells will go straight away and start a battle. They start fighting in the joints. And the battle will go on until people cannot sleep, joints will pain, they will start swelling, and eventually the battle will continue, cartridges will be raised. As you see that joint, there is a cartridge which allows that movement. Now, as time goes on, because of the continuous battle between the immune system and those agglutinated cells and lectins, eventually the cartilage start even getting wearing away. Then you hear somebody walking when the bones are making noise.
Yes, I've heard people
So
say
that is what the arthritis is. 95% of the people who treat arthritis, they give painkillers because they don't have a remedy. The remedy for arthritis is the diet.
Right.
Now, what other people do, they give just painkillers. You take painkillers, you ask somebody to take painkillers until death. And when you take painkillers, the pain goes off, but the reaction continues taking place. Cartridges get erased, then people are going for knee replacement, people are going, so that is the problem. That is basically what arthritis is. It can be a nuisance, it leads to surgery. I've seen people who have come here when they have been taken out to replace kneecaps. So arthritis is not something to joke with. But the only medicine for arthritis is eating foods compatible to our blood group and maintain. Of course, people who are fat, other blood groups, A, B, and AB can get arthritis, but that disease is not so much in their line. But of course, if you eat wrongly, it can, but it's not so much in their line. Okay. This is mainly blood group. All should be on the lookout. Others get it, the A, the B, especially B is in advanced age. Because B, we saw it has a strong immune system, it also ends up having that problem, but usually at advanced age. But O, very fast. Actually, time reaches when and you see the general symptoms of arthritis.
Yes, what are some of the symptoms?
One of it is fever. And that sort of fever comes because the immune system, as long as there is a battle in your body system, temperatures are likely to rise. Because the immune system is now fighting the agglutinated body cells, and it is fighting the lectins from the wrong foods. The temperatures will go up. And whenever you go to the hospital, they don't see malaria, they are not going to see any pathogen, they are not seeing anything. They check your organs, okay, they say for us, we don't see what you are suffering, but for you are feeling dying. Then there are times people become weak, fatigued, loss of appetite, then usually some parts of the body start becoming numb. Then those are some of the signs. Then of course, you start getting joints swelling, because now when the battle starts intensifying, the joints can start swelling, then movement of joints starts becoming a problem. Somebody starts turning a knee, becomes a problem. Then of course, they can even dislocate, because now you see the cartridges have been worn out, and you know, for you don't know what is wearing out the cartridges. Some people reaches an extent where they inject them in the joints with painkillers, but all that is not going to help you unless you change the foods. If you don't change foods, forget. Arthritis has nowhere to go. Okay. Why? Because arthritis is a purely diet caused by food. There is no microorganism which cause it.
Okay, and maybe just so we can best understand, it sounds like if it's linked, if it's really arthritis, how we tell is if these pains come from a blue, or are we sometimes relating the pains to maybe too much activity? Say you move a lot, you're working a lot with your hands, and then there's joint pain suddenly. How do we tell these apart?
These pains, even when you are stationed, they pain. You feel as if there is pus. You feel it's very, 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 very uncomfortable. People have arthritis, that's why they end up taking some of them end up taking a lot of painkillers, which end up even causing them renal failure, causing problems with the kidney. Because if you are taking too much of these medications, of course you know what you are going to have a stout.
Yes.
So that is how it is. So
is it hereditary though?
Now hereditary. Now, if it had been hereditary, then you'll be seeing children of 3 years having arthritis. But however, as I told you in the previous program, we say that everybody's system has a disease profile. For example, blood group O, we saw that they're major victims of allergy, gas in the stomach, ulcers, arthritis, joint pains, asthma, sinuses, high blood pressure, and prostate cancer in men after age 60. That's if they are not eating, if they have not come to Timex Nutrition Center to know what foods to eat, they are likely to have those problems. Now, how do they become hereditary? The blood group, you inherit it from either your father or your mother. So if you inherited, if you're blood group O, definitely you got it from your father. If you don't come to Timex Nutrition Center to change the diet and food, if your parent had joint pains, you are also going to get them. Not because you have inherited them from them, because there is what we call a disease being inherited.
Yes.
A disease being inherited means you are born with it and it manifests itself immediately. For example, sickle cells. They don't wait for someone to become 40 to get the sickle cells.
Yes.
Okay, if you're sickler, the child is born a sickler. That's what we would call a hereditary disease. But these are diseases which are acquired as a result of having a similar body type with what your parents had. And for you have decided also to be like them, to eat like the foods they used to eat, then you are likely to have these problems. That's why you find that pressure running in a family, arthritis running in a family. So if you're a blood group O, your father and mother must have been an O. If you have never come here to change diet, if your father and mother, they had pressure, joint arthritis, then you're also going to get it. Not because you are getting it from them directly, but because of your body system. So that's why you have to make a very big demarcation between what is an hereditary disease and what is a disease running in a family.
Right.
So we can say arthritis can run in a family,
Yeah.
but it's not hereditary. You cannot say that the gene which this people gave me had arthritis in it. No, that's not possible. That's why we have to make this very big clarification.
Okay, how can we fight arthritis?
The only way to fight arthritis is by changing diet, lifestyle strategy. Period.
Only.
So when you come to Timex Nutrition Center here, the first thing we even know which foods cause arthritis. Yeah, there are some foods which are very dangerous, especially for people like blood group O.
Okay, maybe you can quickly help out those right now.
Oh, I would be helping them out, but I'm destroying somebody's market somewhere.
Oh.
So I would not like to mention them here. But for you who has been on this program, you have had it.
Yeah.
Come to Timex Nutrition Center. We shall show you which foods are killing you with arthritis. Take the supplements for arthritis. The supplements here for arthritis.
How much are they?
They will cost you 700,000 shillings. But you take them once in a lifetime, and that will be the end of arthritis.
That's for a month.
That's for a month. And then arthritis becomes history. So we said that one of the challenges which is there, people treat diseases, but they don't treat the root cause of the diseases. That's why here at Timex Nutrition Center, we make the difference. We are treating the root cause of the problem. So you come with arthritis, we shall go to the root cause of the treat and need to go
and treat it.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. We can't say any more. It turns out that that's all the time we have for you today. But you can come through to Timex Nutrition Center in case you have any questions about your health or a relative that you would love to assist. And trust me, it will work and you'll get the help you need and require. That's our time. Thank you so much, Doctor, for so much wisdom, so much knowledge that you've shared with us today. And up until next week, have a good night.